I knew he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
What's up, guys? RicoCap. We're back again for another video. I want to show you guys how I caught TSM, which was a swing play for us early in the week, and it turned into a massive banger here. Now, how I caught this was actually pretty simple as far as the chart goes, but a little bit more difficult was understanding kind of what was the strength in the market, you know, the timing a little bit, and then of course what to even look for. So I was keeping an eye on TSM because we were playing AMD and Nvidia last week, with those same names being an eye, you know, keeping an eye on that going into this week. Now TSM is another semi right up there with them, so the whole industry was pretty hot. I knew that this was likely going to break out very soon because it just got off of, you know, the last few days kind of pulling down. And prior to that, you know, it was kind of pushing up to a couple of days of consolidation and then pushed down into kind of like, you know, Friday, maybe Monday, Tuesday. And so we actually caught this beautifully, but we caught this on Monday. So Friday that sold off. Monday, I saw that it did kind of push up from demand, hold, and kind of sideways, you know, lay to the side off like that. That made me realize this is downtrend kind of breaking out on the hourly. At least you can kind of see how it did, and it kind of fizzled a little bit on that Monday. The reason why I didn't play it Monday was because I was already playing AMD and other names that are working well. The reason why I decided to play this after this day, I snuck in calls before close because I knew what was coming. I could see, you know, on that same day, I can see the formation kind of, you know, kind of forming right there where it downtrend breakout held this zone. And as it got near here and kind of held into close, we ended up slamming the 215 calls as we went into close. We got them for 90 bucks. So we slammed them around 210 right down here. I was expecting TSM to actually catch, you know, a bid and go higher up into 212 area right here. So really I was only aiming for this zone right here, which it pushed up and then gapped up to. So right at open the next day, we were already up on the calls. This was putting our calls pretty much at the money at 215 area. So a good $5 jump from right there overnight. Now I was telling the team this TSM has been gapping and going here. So this is what we're seeing, a huge gap push up, opened up and kept pushing. And so if it did, our next target will be 218, 217. From there, I don't know if it's going to go higher. It's possible, but I'm going to be all out there. And that's exactly what happened. So our contracts ran from 90 bucks all the way to about right here, which was over $500 a contract. So very nice. So a gain of over 400%, move all the way up. And if you kind of look and we get on the hourly, you can kind of see, you know, how well this continued to run. The next day ran all the way to 222, 221, held around there, closed above that 222, and then gapped up again to the 225, 224, held again, and then Friday to finish off, ended up hitting a high of 228. So we caught that at 210 down there at the end of the week. Caught it on Monday, by Friday 228, so over $18 move right there, and that's absolutely crazy. Those calls went so far in the money. Those went over easily $1,000 a contract after that. So from 100 bucks all the way $1,000 contract, absolutely banger right there, and we killed it. And it was good as a swing because we didn't have to worry too much. We ended right before close and then just took off. So notice how, you know, I just drew a trend line and we kind of just held and kept it pushing. So pretty awesome stuff. A lot of things went into that trade, meaning got to understand the psychology, what was kind of happening in the market. I knew semis, that whole sector was heating up. TSM was, you know, right there behind. It's a strong name. Now it's at all-time highs now. So it was kind of lingering near all-time highs, and I knew likely it was going to kind of take a stab towards that. You know, we bought calls after kind of a sell-off, you know, so we're not buying the highs or anything. So we bought calls on a Monday. So we had to the end of the week. It wasn't a 1 day or 2 day expiration, whatever it was. And then, of course, you know, we bought a strike that we wanted something to get really close to, and it wasn't super far out the money, right? We wanted till 218, 217, putting those calls in the money, and they went super deep in the money. So again, all that together, if you put that all together, is a recipe for win. It's a recipe for banking. It's a recipe to make money. So I just wanted to highlight this trade. Hopefully you guys can learn a little something. Kept it super simple. And when you look for something like this, you want to look for, the volume kind of raising with it. You can see huge volume that next day, huge volume at open again, more volume, but a little bit more selling, and then more volume where more pushing, and then sellers are still kind of stepping in after a huge run like that. But again, very easy play for us, and we keep it going, keep it rolling. We've been banking all week, and it was a great week for Rico Capital. So if you want my live trades, you can get them wap.com/Rico Capital. You can get them fairly quick. All the team has been loving it. Team has been banking, and we're off to a really good second half of the year. So we're wrapping up June pretty well. July is next week, and so we're ready to keep it pushing. So hopefully you guys like this video. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, share it to somebody that needs it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.